Never heard of amping up the engines.
Crazy.
That's interesting.
Well, and it's interesting to the fact they could have used electric bikes, but that's not
No.
America.
That's not a no. Listen, this event was like somebody in the promotions department took a
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over at Tom and Dan Live. You can join the chat room. Tons of people in there today hanging out and chatting with us on a Thursday.
Want to remind everybody that if you're anywhere around St. Cloud, Florida, that they're doing a big 4th of July celebration.
Yeah.
And I believe it's Lakefront Park
Yes.
right there in St. Cloud.
One of the biggest and best fireworks displays you will find locally.
Yep.
And they are saying that because it is true.
Live music, stuff for the kids, vendors. They got a bunch of stuff going on. All
Tons
free.
and tons of stuff. And it has that really, really fun old Florida small town vibes.
Yep. So if you want a awesome 4th of July celebration to go to, St. Cloud, Florida.
There you go.
We're working with St. Cloud, and it's cool because my pop-up always lived in St. Cloud my whole life.
Yep.
So I spent a lot of time in St. Cloud.
You
and
are a
it's
St. Cloud man.
awesome Florida small town.
Say it loud, say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
So Jackal.
I made that up. I literally just made that up. Say it loud.
That's good.
Say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
St. Cloud Promotions. You hear this?
No, we're working with them. They're our guys.
Yeah.
I want them to put on the top of the city hall. It should say it loud, say it proud. We're down with the cloud.
It should say that.
Jackal's hanging out with us today.
Hey,
How you
hello.
doing, Jackal?
I'm here. I'm good.
So I'm seeing if we're gonna hopefully talk to Jolly today because
Do you want to talk about how you discovered this?
well
Because I went through this particular song on this particular album and didn't recognize the voice. I just rolled right through because I was in album mode.
Yeah, you're just listening back, and it was kind of the lead up at the beginning of the song. They play samples and stuff.
Well,
so
it's the Sublime vibe was always that, especially with like 40 Ounces of Freedom, and then I forget the one after that has the guy with like his teeth knocked out on the cover. But it's like it always sounded like a mixtape.
Yeah.
It always sounded like somebody was arguably mixing things on a boombox to try and make it sound like lo-fi alternative punk rocky ska. To me.
There was always samples in Sublime albums and
Yeah,
stuff.
and it was a style of music at the time that not only Sublime wasn't the only people doing it. There was a local band here in town that very much did this like mixtape style, the Nature Kids. I don't know if anybody remembers the Nature Kids.
I do.
Troy and the Nature Kids, namely Troy, would mix the Nature Kids albums himself. And they sounded like glorified mixtapes. All songs would roll into each other. There'd be samples. There'd be prank phone calls. There'd be voice recordings from like a club owner saying like, "You Sublime will never play here again." And then he hangs up, and then they'd use that to intro the song.
Yep.
And I am a sucker for that style of production. I don't know if that's just my age at 50 now, but I always thought it was super creative. Super duper creative.
So Sublime, Jacob Knoll, who took over his old man's band, is now like obviously touring with the band, but also came out with a new album, new Sublime album called Till the Sun Explodes.
Yep.
And they released Ensenada and that self-titled Till the Sun Explodes song before, and now they came out with the album last Friday. Okay. And I was excited about it because I was going on my boat trip, so I was listening to the album. I didn't notice Jolly in there either. But it was like, again...
Wait, Jolly's in a Sublime song?
So... Right.
Here's a little bit of...
Until Sam told me.
Here's Ensenada.
Okay.
And then... I guess the next one they put out was Until the Sun Explodes, so we got a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Classic. There you go. Classic Sublime.
And I know he gets some criticism because he's like, oh, he's just emulating his dad. And I'm like, that's what we want, though.
Yeah.
Like, this is a Sublime album. Like, we want him to emulate his dad. Like, in all the songs, like, damn... I'm so excited that I like hear new Sublime songs because I consider them one and the same almost. Like it's so close to the original.
It's still the same band.
That it's remarkable, and the fact that it's a son anyway. On one of the tracks, they take a sample from a Kill Tony, and it's Jolly. And I didn't know, like, I didn't hear it. So Sam sent us a group text. He's
Yes.
like, hey, you hear Jolly on the Sublime album? I'm like, what? And you want to play?
I got it right here. Okay, here is, if you're trying to find it, it's track number 12 on the new album. And the track is entitled "The Problem with That Is It Makes Me Stoked." And it's one of those, like,
fucking shit you can possibly create.
I'll come in and edit that. Yeah.
I believe that Sublime is the greatest band of all time. Hey, I'm ready to down that mountain, you know what I'm saying? You feel me, white man? Hell yeah, he likes Sublime, yeah. Wow. Yeah, Sublime was a good time, man.
Nice.
There he is.
He's on the album.
He's immortal.
He even got the dub echo
Yes.
where he's like, yeah, I'll die on that hill, man.
Well, on the line with us, David Jolly, who's on the brand new Sublime album. How you doing, Jolly?
Hey, what's good, Tom? You all right?
Well, he's heartbroken because he screamed via group text that should have been him being sampled because that is his favorite band.
What a goddamn hater.
Oh, man.
No, you know how it is, Jolly. Okay, Jolly. Let me ask you this. So first, when when Sam told me and when I went back and listened, I was like, that is like I was super excited for you.
Oh, we lost it, dude. We literally lost our minds.
But second, okay, because I was talking about this with Daniel, and me and him were like, did Jolly know this was going to be on the album? And I thought he didn't know. Like, no one told him.
Right.
Like, this went through Kill Tony's people. Like, the Sublime people reached out to whatever the production company of Kill Tony is and said, hey, can I use this as a sample?
This is label to label kind of stuff.
And then Jolly never knew. Then Daniel was like, maybe he knew. Maybe someone tipped him off, like, hey, they're using you in the new Sublime album. But then I was like, well, he didn't tell us.
And then we assumed, like, okay, did they contact Jolly? Did they contact Tony? Did they contact Tony's people? How did it come about?
Yeah. So tell us.
Oh, well, they just use it illegally now. I'm suing Sublime. They don't know it yet, but I need that money, baby. No, well, I forgot the girl name. She's a comedian in like Melbourne, and I guess maybe she know one of them, and she asked me. Well, they reached out to her, and she reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. And I had forgot all about it. Then somebody hit me up the other day, like, you know, you on the new Sublime album? I'm like, what? Then it's been like a lot of people hitting me up about it. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so hold on. The actual answer. You're making Tom real mad now.
I would have got the sun tattoo on my chest.
You would have got it right on your belly button. And then
a full Sublime.
Yeah, you get a full Sublime tattoo.
I'm dressed. I'm dyeing my hair yellow.
So you just said that a comedian from Melbourne that you know knows someone close to Sublime and was like, hey, they want to use that on the album, and you're like, I don't care. And then they did it, and that's it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to get off of this, but yeah, I mean, I was just happy to make it. That was cool.
Hell yeah. It's really cool, David. It's rad, dude. It's so rad that you are, like, now you're baked into Sublime history.
Oh, you better believe it. I hope a bunch of them potheads start coming out of the shows. That'd be great.
Yeah. Now, there is no way to know, like, for all the people, because this, I don't know how many downloads it's gotten so far, but I imagine a lot because the band was so iconic for so long. I mean, we're talking, 35 years?
I mean, you could say a 40-year band almost at this point.
Yeah,
almost 40.
Yeah, 40 years of like Sublime promotion and like obviously with their the amount of shows they're doing is crazy, but like and also Jacob Noel said this is probably his last Sublime album.
Yeah, he's not even a probably. He's like, look, I did what I did for Dad, and we finished the story, and that's it.
Yeah, so like you'll have this was the last Sublime album, and that's it.
That's why I bought it, because
and then
he
a sample of your voice.
All artists have been like saying things, and they renege on it later, and that's fine. You know, like Sturgill Simpson said that Mutiny After Midnight was never going to make it to streaming, but he put it on streaming last week. You know, it's like you can do whatever you want, but it is very, very cool that he called the shot, and he, and a nice little fin or the end on the end of Sublime is, I think, a very nice tribute to your father.
So I have one request, Jolly, and I've never asked you for a favor, have I?
Yeah, I got you.
No, hold on.
No, hold on. Has he never asked you for a favor before? Because I feel like
No,
he has.
I don't think so. He probably was like, "Hey, Jolly, do this." So it's kind of the same, but you know.
No.
not really
You don't have to do anything. He asks you now, Jolly.
Yeah,
You're a bigger star than he is. When you first started coming in here.
But he's still got a little payback from the beginning because when Jolly started his career 10 years ago, he came in with D-Rug, and then I was like, yes, you can come on my podcast, and you can.
And then you complained about him drinking all your liquor.
No, I was totally, I supported Jolly from the beginning of his career.
You went and saw him when he came to his homecoming show at the Funny Bone, right? You supported him by coming to the show.
No, you represented me. That's how it
I was
works.
there solo. I was representing me.
No, when you go, it's Tom and Dan goes.
That's
it
not
counts
true.
as the same.
I didn't have any Tom and Dan shirt. I had a regular shirt on.
Yeah, it's like I'm kind of there in spirit. Anytime you go
No,
somewhere,
we had
I'm
a
there
good
in
time, so
spirit.
you weren't there in spirit.
So I got one favor for you, Jolly, and I think
Wait, you're gonna do a favor for him?
No. I need a favor from Jolly.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you need to do anything or you need to make any calls. I'm just saying that in the future, if you ever cross paths with Jacob Knoll, because that's a possibility.
It is.
He could come to the
mothership.
The mothership.
Yep,
I almost called it the starship.
Yeah, that's how much he's in the world. Yeah. That's how much you're in the world.
He comes to the mothership, and then of course, Joe Rogan's Jacob Knowles here, and then they get, and then
Your Joe Rogan impression that was bad.
And then Jolly's hanging out because he's boys with Rogan and Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And
his name is Tony Hinchcliffe. It's not. His name is not Kill Tony. That's how.
First name Kill.
Jolly. David. This is how little Tom knows. I can call him David now because I've been to his shows. I can call him David now. David, Tom doesn't even know this world that he's talking about. He wants to be in your world so bad.
No, I'm just, okay. If you're sitting there in the green room, Rogan's there, Tony's there.
There you go. Who else would be in the green? Ron White.
Yeah, Ron White's there.
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is there. Theo Vaughn is there.
Occasionally.
This
Bobby.
one have a big ass night, ain't it?
yeah. And then, and then you're sitting there, and Jacob Knowles sitting there, and then could you just mention, this is the only favor, could you be like, hey, a buddy of mine does this really popular podcast in,
in a little
Florida.
town, in a tiny little town,
and he's a huge fan. Would you do
a really
an
awkward
interview?
FaceTime video with him, wishing him a happy Father's Day?
Just anything. You just when you videotape, be like, "Hey, Tom, it's Jacob Knoll," and
you don't think that would be awkward? You wouldn't feel weird that you
and a little Santeria. You just gonna do just a couple,
Two lines.
just I don't practice Santeria. Just the one.
Well,
thing.
you want him. So you want Jolly to spend his time with Jacob Knoll in the mothership green room in front of Joe Rogan to be like, "Hey, do some Santeria, to my friend Tom." So that's what you want. That's what you want him to do.
Really, I want the interview on the podcast because I got Pastrana. This would be the next white whale of Jacob Knoll.
Yeah. So you have your black friend get your white whales. I see how you're doing it.
So,
I wouldn't do it, Jolly. It's a racist. It's racist.
So, Jolly, would you ask Jacob Knoll next time you see him at the mothership to do an interview on my podcast?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, when I see him, I'm gonna say, "Look here, white man. I'm gonna FaceTime my homeboy and you're gonna interview right here on the spot. That's your only option."
Oh, do it live. You're gonna hold him at gunpoint. I didn't know he's gonna DeAndre Jacob Knoll.
Right there, he'll be like, "Hey man, I love your videos. Oh, you love them? Well, do this interview right quick."
That's a better angle.
See, I knew Jolly got my back.
Yeah,
you know I got your back, Tom.
I know. Thank you very much, Jolly.
Dude, we're so proud of you, man. We really, really are. You deserve everything you've got. Man, we were just that is such a cool, fun fact of thing. I found that out while I'm celebrating me and my daughter's birthday, and I started cracking up, and I listened to it, and man, we're just so proud of you. And good luck. Good luck with everything, man.
So thank you for the call. Hell yeah.
All right, Jolly. Where are you going to be at this weekend?
I'm with Cam this weekend. I'm in right now I'm in Denver. I had a show at the Denver Improv last night.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna chill in Denver today, and I'm gonna fly to Pittsburgh on Friday.
There you go. Well, enjoy Pittsburgh. Enjoy what's left of your time in Colorado. Tell Cam we said hi, and thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see y'all real soon. I'll see y'all next month.
Hey, and your show was awesome, man. It was great. That was a great time.
Yeah, that was fun, man. It felt real good. Everybody that I know that was there, man, for real.
Except for Tom. All right, man. Well, we'll see.
Well, my wife had to work, and then the kids are at home.
Do you know
they're
Tom's
bitching.
wife's working at a Waffle House now?
No, she had to go show. No, she had to show houses, and then what? I was picking Max up from
I don't know.
his friend's birthday party. It was something. I probably could have fit in, but it's a long drive out there. International drive. Better when they was downtown.
All right, buddy. We'll let you go. We love you, man.
All right, love y'all too. Y'all have a good one.
You
All right,
too,
see you,
dude.
dude.
Wasting that man's time.
No, he's fine.
Wasting that man's time. That is pretty cool, though. Pretty cool.
Super cool.
Yeah. It's it always
And
always,
more detached than we thought, which should serve as our lesson to understand that these things are not big deals and they come together at literally a person in Melbourne did this.
It's a whim.
Yeah.
You know,
and I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just I know by the way he said it that it's a comedian that we don't know of that I'm sure is great, but she's local. She's not national.
It does seem like a chance, but maybe nowadays, like everybody just realized, like
We're all
people
connected,
sample everything because. But you would think because Sublime, there's a lot of money in this, and like when there's a lot of money involved, you're worried about lawsuits, and you would think that there would be some sort of like you have to sign off on using a recording. But I guess you could use small samples and I guess get away with it,
Correct.
right? What's the rule on that?
6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah, 7
Okay,
seconds.
all right, so-
And they call it, it's like, what do they call it? Like a Creative Commons use.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
So they don't even have to ask you.
Especially if it's not like you're using the hook of the song as your hook of the song. You know what I mean? If it's just like what we heard there as a sample of something that he said that's played.
Yeah, you don't even need permission.
But I always thought you were supposed to do it and be reporting on it. I always thought that, and I could be wrong on this, this would be different in that, like, I wouldn't clear this sample because this is entertainment. This isn't news. Like, if you were going to say, like, hey, this comedian that we know from Orlando is on the new Sublime, and it's amazing to see the trajectory of his career, and then we played it, that's news. But if we use it to elevate our product that's ours that we're going to sell, that's not. That's different.
Yeah,
So I always thought the 7 seconds that you were using had to be like an educational 7. It couldn't be like Tom and Dan steal the first 7 seconds of the national anthem done by Lee Greenwood or whatever to put in the beginning of our whatever we're selling. You can't do that.
The thing about this stuff is you have to be able to prove it in court.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why most people in podcast world will say don't use any of it because all they'll do is take whatever you have down, and then it just becomes a headache, even if later you get it cleared. Why even get to that point?
Yeah. Because a lot of times it's bots now and like software. It's not even a human making the decision.
And they make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. So they just immediately take down your content, and then it's a pain in the ass to get it back up.
It's under 7 now. It's under 6 seconds now, SJ's saying. And it's changed a lot. They're always massaging it, always changing it. Just
I like they're like, take off 1 second.
Make it 5.
What the hell?
Well, like SJ fights the copyrights. I see him in there on our channel all the time just because, and most of the time we'll win them because I think we are using it like, hey, did you hear about this? And then we play it.
Correct.
So, Jakal, let's talk about you worked an event.
I did.
That based on social media, everybody liked.
Yeah. I think you worked the most positive event in American history.
Yeah, I saw no polarization to
none
this.
whatsoever. No.
It was a 100% everyone for this.
Yeah.
That's
definitive.
So the big White House
UFC.
UFC fight.
I worked that. Yes.
And so you saw. Now I was more like I followed Travis Pastrana. I mentioned him before, and then like Travis Pastrana did this whole promotional campaign leading up because he was doing freestyle motocross in front of the White House. And so the social media promotional campaign was like him calling a different friend an icon in freestyle motorsports. And like
it was a pretty good lead up, I thought.
And dirt bike racing, you got Ricky Carmichael out there.
Carmichael was
So
there, yeah.
and he did this thing where he call up and he ask him like, "Hey, will you do some freestyle motocross at the White House?" And the person's like, "Yeah, And no one said no.
Yeah, that's weird. It's almost like it was all fake and that they were already contracted in.
So you saw that. Now explain, because when I was watching it, it did look like a practice because there was no crowds. Like it was in front of the White House,
Yes.
close as hell.
Real close. Real
Okay,
close.
so explain how close it was to the White House, because that was the most impressive part, which I imagine Travis Pastrana and Brian Deegan and all these guys.
That's why they did it.
Well, yeah, of course. And also you grew up in the motocross world. You're kind of on the outskirts of what society deems especially in the racing world, the freestyle motocross world is the outlaws of that
Right,
world.
right.
The racing world's all the money, all the corporate
You wear your
sponsors.
jersey.
Yeah. This is the joke back when Travis Pastrana was against Brian Deegan. He had Metal Militia and he had spikes on his shoulder pads,
Yeah.
and he was portraying this.
And we'd all go to Exhilarate to buy the shirts.
Yeah, it was just
And I was rocking what is famous Stars and Straps belt.
it was this counterculture type of hey, we're on the edge of society. We're not, looked at as being legitimate. And for that guy to be jumping in front of the White House,
Dude.
it is in his lifetime, is insane.
It's a little odd.
It's an insane experience for him. I always look at experiences that other humans, like Ghana last night in the World Cup, the last 30 seconds.
I enjoyed the hell out of that game
Dude,
so much.
I was so happy. Even though I lost my bet, I bet on a draw, and I didn't even care because
Oh, you were doing really well. I would have bet on that too.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
think a draw was a perfect bet.
because I was
You cannot be disappointed with that bet.
imagine the country of Ghana and the people there and how excited they must be to win this
Oh,
match.
did you see the lady in the crowd dancing?
Yeah. But
Losing her out there, she'd pull her top off. I was all for that. I'm oh my God.
Ghana flappers.
But the people huddled around a TV watching this match, and then that excitement and the feeling that,
awesome.
that's an awesome for them. So, I always look at it these motocross guys are now jumping at the White House. What a unique, cool experience for them, especially because I know their past and they used to be looked at as nothing, just a bunch of punk kids on dirt bikes,
It wasn't a serious sport. No.
And so anyway, I was that's a cool experience for them.
I mean, I can guarantee you it was odd for them just in the amount of security that they would have had to pass through to get their bikes to where they were.
Well, what about you? Let's talk about you.
Because you worked this event. What do you do?
What about your security?
So I was there doing RF coordination. I was making sure everybody's wireless microphone signals didn't interfere with anybody else.
Oh, by the way, that would be my nightmare assignment. I don't want that. I hate wireless microphones. I hate RF signals. They're crazy bad, and better you than me. And that would thank you for your service.
Yeah, especially when the Secret Service is checking on your stuff and
Oh, I'm sure. How much stuff had to talk about that process?
There was a lot of dude. The security was next level, way past the normal event, way past the normal festival. At some
because you've done, just to give people a little bit of your background. Give some of your festivals you've done. And
Coachella, Lollapalooza,
Yeah, the big ones.
Gov Ball in New York, Ultra in Miami.
Ultra, yep.
Any of the company
live
that I
music,
work for,
electronic
yes.
music, DJs, light and sound, the whole big
Also
deal.
lots of award shows and television stuff
Yep.
and corporate things.
Yep.
Anyway, the point is the security was off the chain. It was 1-to-1 person working and security guy, whether that's National Guard, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service, Treasury Department.
So you had a guy.
There was
So there was a security on every single person looking at every move.
it was
made.
crazy. They weren't on top of us. There were just so many. You couldn't have done anything.
Snuck off and done anything
No,
weird.
no,
Yeah.
No, in fact, if you were
You snuck off, didn't
one
you?
step off of the path, you would have a Secret Service guy hey, what are you doing over there? What are you doing over there? You go over, you're running a cable through some trees.
What kind of American are you?
Yeah.
joking.
Pretty
Well,
much.
imagine how paranoid they are. They're
Yeah.
they're meeting before they sit everybody down. They're listen, everybody in the world wants to blow this place up.
Pretty much.
Based on what I've seen online.
And we've had some missteps lately. We've had some tries. We've had some tries.
So you gotta,
Tighten
really watch.
Tighten up, TTFU.
There is no leaning back and closing your eyes on this one. Anyway.
So to really answer your question, they were essentially jumping dirt bikes on the driveway of the White House. Like the road that leads up around the south lawn.
By the way, it's never used, so I'm glad they're finally doing something with it.
It's hard for me to even imagine where the driveway is. Is it like a circular?
Have you been there?
I've seen it, yeah.
Have you been inside or walked around the White House?
The perimeter, but it's pretty set back.
Yeah.
So the perimeter was basically the security entrance. You had to go through security and then walk the entire perimeter while they were kind of watching you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To get in the other way.
And there's also this weird place behind the White House that you never really see angles of, that is like far as hell. Like, because you always see like the Black Gate and the front of the White House and like in DC.
That's the way it's presented on
Yeah.
like its iconography and whatever.
But then like behind it is like there's like weird other structures and like maybe military stuff and like it goes
there's
on
some security, maybe a visitor
The
center, and
the
it's like
Treasury departments over there.
Yeah, it's like a huge property on the behind it. You never really see the angle of that.
So they were on the area that you see the angle of. They were on that front looking right at.
Yes,
what you
yeah.
see. They were basically on the road that's right in front of that. Where they like the South Lawn, like where they do the like Easter egg roll and all that stuff. They were doing like power 180s, like leaving black marks on the road.
I wonder if like anybody told him like, hey, or even questioned that, like, hey, try not to, get marks everywhere, right? Like, do they have any talk of that?
I'm sure that they did.
You know what I noticed?
I'm sure that they did.
They put down plywood. Like they took a picture with like all the guys sitting on their dirt bikes in front of the White House. Like it was a cool picture for these guys because again they're sitting on their dirt bikes literally 10 feet from the front steps of the White House.
Yep.
But they put plywood underneath so they wouldn't ruin the grass.
Yep, they do that.
I'm like, that's kind of stupid. But, like that's what I noticed. The plywood
it ruins the grass anyway.
It ruins.
Yeah, it does ruin the grass.
It just
anyway.
isn't going to throw a mud rooster tail all over President
DC
Trump's
is
face.
only like 7 degrees cooler than Florida. So
Buddy, it was not cooler.
I know.
105 degrees.
I
Feels
know,
like
because
temperature
it's
all
very
weekend.
similar. Like the bugs are the
was
same.
crazy.
If I was Travis Pastrana, I'd be like, listen, I'll go slow so I don't ruin the grass, but the plywood is lame. It looks lame in
ruins
the
the
picture.
look.
Yeah. Like if the Photoshop this. Anyway, that's what I noticed. Anyway,
It was odd seeing them flying 50 feet in the air in front of the White House, man. It was it was strange.
Also,
any hiccups with your equipment? Did you have to put
No.
mics on people? Any famous
they
people?
were mic'd and they were okay. So it was like the White House section, which was where the arena was, where like all the seats around the cage, and then they had a whole separate, basically festival setup on the ellipse, which was outside the black fence, and they had the bikes mic'd up and were playing it through that festival size PA, which was just like, holy crap! Wah, bah, bah. It's echoing off all the buildings around, like dirt bike times 100.
Yeah.
It was like fully amplified over the PA while they were doing it.
I've never heard of that.
And
Never
it's
heard of amping up the engines.
crazy.
That's interesting.
Well, and it's interesting to the fact they could have used electric bikes, but that's not
No.
America.
That's not a no. Listen, this event was like somebody in the promotions department took a sheet of notebook paper and wrote down like the 100 most extremely American possible things that you can do, and then shoved them all into a production.
You said they felt kind of like they were almost like, yeah, you don't even need to do that. But they're like, yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
There was eagles flying down. There was burnouts.
they had
there
real
was,
eagles?
Oh, dude.
How many eagles? Do you have to mic up an eagle?
The eagle flew down from the giant tower and landed on the lady's arm like this while they were playing a rock and roll song, and the Steadicam was doing circles around
song.
the eagle like this.
I like
And the Statue of Liberty is making its fit.
we're
Playing a little Toby Keith.
eagle represents like the ultimate representation of freedom, except for the eagle is
Except
someone's
that
pet
eagle.
in a cage. which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that eagle. Put its hood on it. Ultimate freedom.
And put a chain on his eagle foot.
Clip its wings.
She's holding on to it, and it's going like this. And the rock songs
It's
playing.
kind of funny. Anyway.
Yeah, and they had NASCAR trucks out there doing burnouts while the show was going on. Zach Brown's playing. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, Zach Brown.
How
was
many
there.
people?
Free Monster Energy drinks for everybody.
Hold on, that's reason to go in itself, right? Like even if I'm there in DC and my wife's like, "Hey, you want to walk down and ride our bikes down and check it out?" She's like, "There's free Monster Energy." I'm like, "I'm there."
I'm like, can you plumb this through the White House water fountains? That's what that's a good picture.
Coming out green, look at it go.
So how many people were actually, because like for the fight, and I saw all this on social media for the most part, but you saw it in person.
I did.
A lot of times, like what you see presented, there's so much behind the scenes stuff. It's like, when you're putting together something this big of a spectacle, like you're very precise in how it's perceived.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they only let cameras film from certain
Oh, there were
angles.
correct angles.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
So, were there a lot of actual people, because of security reasons, at the fight itself?
So
Well,
there
I
was,
know Nate Bargatze was there.
Yeah. And
That was
they-
a joke. I'm joking.
Shane Gillis was there.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
yeah, like super celebrity,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there were celebrities there that it was the craziest people watching that I've ever experienced.
Jack
in my life.
Osborne was there, and he went on his YouTube and had to give everyone a response to my response to going. Get on.
Yeah, just go.
Shut the F up.
Just go and say, hey, look, we're
You
all
stupid, fat, broccoli-headed weirdo. He's got broccoli hair now.
Some-
F you. Your
you gotta-
dad would be sad of your hair.
If you got a chance to go to the spectacle, you'll go. Just you
Yeah,
like you.
that's what I mean.
Jackal's
that's
working.
it.
He went to the
it's
spectacle.
the biggest people watching spectacle
It
of
was
all time,
crazy.
right?
Yeah. So there was like 5,000 people in there at the actual cage and seating area in there. I would say, like, picture the floor of House of Blues in downtown Disney.
Did they have to
A little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
search
you know?
everybody going into there,
Oh,
like
yes.
super secure? Like
Oh,
it must have
yes.
taken an insane amount of time to
Oh, yes.
get everything started, right?
Absolutely.
And from what I
all these
heard,
people have to sit down there for hours, because usually with
you
this,
couldn't move around a lot, right? Or
Well,
could you?
I mean, the access was divided into like 15 different sections.
Gotcha.
And they gave access to people differently depending on what they were there supposed
Sure,
to be there
sure.
doing.
were they openly serving booze?
They were serving booze on the White House grounds. Yes, it was
Did you-
down the stairs and over here.
Did everybody?
Did-
Did
was it
anybody
paid?
get tanked?
Did you have to pay for
I
it,
don't
or is
know
it
the answer
free?
to that. I don't know the answer to that.
If you had to pay for it, I feel like it drops the event down by like 60%.
Yeah, because I
It's a
feel
lot. It should be free booze.
it probably was.
bet it was
because
free.
Everybody who was there is famous or some influential
It was-
person
they were-
somewhere.
Free Sam Adams for everybody. Got to do it.
It was billionaires and service personnel basically, and famous people. That's
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it was it's so much crazy famous people that like you don't even know where to look. Like there were people getting pictures taken next to me that I didn't even have any idea who they were, but everybody else did.
Right,
Because
yeah, yeah.
15
right.
people came over to
Oh, they
take
got
pictures with them.
They got 5 million followers.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
you don't even know. But,
Exactly.
but that's the world we live in now, where there are lots of famous people that millions of people know who they are, and you like completely never even heard of their name.
Yeah, Shane Gillis couldn't even get back to his seat at one point. It was like, guys, I'm just trying to go back to my seat.
I got that a
please."
lot with the Oliver Tree thing.
I never heard of him
I
either.
knew who Oliver Tree was a lot just because he's in in
Yeah.
my algorithm, and I knew of him and I like his music. Super tragic, super sad. He was the gentleman that passed away on the two helicopters collided in Brazil. But like it's one of those things where like people now can be mega famous. You mention Oliver Tree to somebody and they're like,
Never,
I don't know who that is.
dude. I had never heard of him. When I saw the news of his death, I never even crossed.
I believe it, but I also find that to be a crazy state example of where we're at right now, because you and I should be in sort of the same algorithm, and it hasn't gotten to yours yet.
Now
Or-
I'm sure his music I've heard in passing in like TikTok videos and other things. Like if you showed me a popular song, and be like, oh yeah, I know that.
if
but
I showed
never,
you him with his haircut, you wouldn't go like, I know who that guy is.
I honestly didn't know. I thought it was like an AI story. I think you never know until TMZ put it out, which is crazy that TMZ is so legitimate now. Like when they report on something, I believe them.
I actually go there first sometimes. I go there first
It's weird
because they got it.
Funny you talk about AI because one of the parts of the event that I worked was they did the press conference for the fighters on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
Basically, where the "I Have a Dream" speech was given.
Okay.
They were having fighters yell at each other and stuff.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, at one point during that day, it rained real hard. And we had to stop they shut everything down and had everybody shelter. We sheltered inside the Lincoln Memorial. Like there was nobody in there except for the people working inside of there.
Did you climb up on the statue?
I didn't climb up on the statue, but I did stand in front of it for a while.
Yeah.
When we were leaving, there was a crazy rainbow over the top of the Washington Monument. And
Get that out of there! And none of that. There will be no pride. Shoot it down.
and there was
Scramble the jets. Shoot it out of the sky. There it goes. Bye bye rainbow. Not on my watch.
They're like, fly the jet through it. It'll scramble up the light.
Blow it away. There's two things I'm certain of. I ran no nuke and no rainbow over the White House.
So there was also a lightning storm going on behind, like it had passed over the top of us and was now behind the Washington Monument. And the White House social media teams, they're filming it. The next day, they posted this video of the rainbow and the Washington Monument and the crowd going crazy and lightning strikes happening behind it. And 60% of the comments were about how it was AI. And it wasn't AI.
I know what you're talking about.
It was not AI.
I am
Yeah,
so
you saw it in person.
I watched it happen.
I'm so conditioned to AI that post went
Yep.
flying through
No,
my
not
algorithm.
AI.
Yeah.
It was just an interesting look into like everybody's so ready to say things are AI and like oh, it's all fake, but no, man, that wasn't fake. That was a crazy the rainbow is there and it was purple and there's lightning strikes and it's like, holy crap, what's happening right now?
Yeah, it's like they have a syndrome that makes them great.
It might be something like that.
Joking.
Okay, let's go.
No, but going back to AI, you know, like I'm telling you, we're leading towards a time in the world, and this is impossible for us to get away from, and it's going to happen 100%, where we can never trust what we're seeing on the internet.
I already don't.
Yeah, but there's certain things and certain like images or whatever that you're like, okay, like like this is real, this is not. You know, it's like we know for the most part if you go to the comments, like someone's like, oh, this is AI or this is fake or whatever,
Right?
And it's like as time goes on, we're just gonna get to a point where you're just like, I don't know.
But I think
no one knows.
But
Like,
I think we'll
someone
be
says
using
it's AI.
we'll be using the internet less though. Because of that.
Yes, yeah.
So we will be seeing more real images. So
It'll help us.
I don't even know if it's going to have the. Yeah, I agree with you.
Because
I agree with
when
you.
everybody is doubtful of it, that's great. It's the problem when some people believe it and some people don't.
Correct.
That's
the
what causes
crevasse.
And then it's just like we're just getting put when everybody just is like, okay, universally we can't be trust anything we see, and then it's like back to reality.
Yep.
You know, it's like
I wish you'd finish that in a rap. If you finish back through reality,
Oh, there goes what?
So how long were you there in the production of it? And then
did you meet any famous people and get to talk to them at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you say who they are? Or is
so,
that bad?
So at one point when I was checking in media, somebody came up to the table we were at and started talking to the promotions girl that was there, and I looked up and it's Georges St. Pierre. I don't know if you know who Georges St. Pierre is.
Yeah.
Legendary fight. Yeah, I met a few of the. I was standing in security with all of the fighters when they were going through security. So did I get to talk to them? Not really, but I'm like standing next to them, like right here, like
wow.
What
Interesting.
was the vibe in the arena with the old Obama comment when that happened? Like you were there and saw it, right? Not to get we never get political on the show. I'm just I just want to know what the vibe of it.
No, I'm not getting what happened.
It was really weird. It was a weird vibe. It was a weird vibe up there, kind of the whole time. It was kind of a weird vibe because
everybody's on edge.
The demographic that it was just really strange. It was a really strange combination of people.
Yeah, the whole event.
20-something military people, 20-something-year-old military people, and then 60-plus-year-old billionaires, and then famous people, and
yeah. That's a weird.
Yeah,
it's a weird demographic.
Yeah, it's a weird stew.
Yeah, because the amount of military and security and stuff mixed with the like entertainers mixed with UFC fighters. When's the last time you hung out with MMA fighters? Like I've hung with Seth's friends, and like I've been out with these guys.
Yeah, they're psychos.
I hang out with an MMA guy.
You know,
they're psychos.
You know, yeah. Like some of them are totally normal, and then some of them are not, and then there's just like but in that group, you know, like think about what they do every day. It's like you're not a normal, person just going to work. You're fighting humans all the time. Yep. Like you're constantly training.
You're a fight child. You're a baby mind, and you just punch people.
Yeah. Your ears are weird.
So
I'm glad you added that. Good job. Hey, did you know guys are getting that done now?
Fixing that?
No, I'm not kidding. Unrelated, there may be a place here in town that you can go and you can get a cosmetically created cauliflower ear to make women think you're tougher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a real thing.
Well, do they know how gross it is?
It's not, but to other men, there's a level of this weird looks maxing where you got to look tough, I guess, and some guys are getting it done.
Yeah. You could just smash them and it'll happen. I have a little.
But you want it fast. You want it like Dak Prescott got his tattoos. You want to go to bed and wake up ugly fighter. I'm serious. Everybody wants everything now, right? We can't wait for anything. You can't train to be an MMA fighter. You got to go get surgical cauliflower.
Did they have like a food truck on premise, like where people could get like?
No, they had like super aluminum framed tents. They were air conditioned that you went into to get
like
your
buffet style. Okay, nice.
Is it White House food?
In the White House area, everything was like super high.
What kind of food do you get? You all get
I
McDonald's?
didn't get to go.
Did you get the big table at McDonald's?
No,
it is, boys.
No, I went to the normal catering tent, which was, normal catering food.
Excuse me, hand me one of those 20-piece nuggets.
So
good.
But to answer your question, when that happened, the vibe was definitely 50% stifled, like hilarious laughter, and 50% people being like,
yeah, awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really terrible thing to say.
But that guy in particular,
he's a piece of crap.
Well, how I will say it is that guy in particular is actively saying things
Agitator.
to stir the pot.
100%.
Trolling.
You know what I mean?
He's no different than Chud the Builder, all these horrible people that go out and I'm going to just be me saying horrible things to elevate myself to the most highs.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Like, to completely not judge it, that's exactly what he's doing. The whole time at the press conference, he was talking over everybody and being weird.
It's kind of like wrestling.
He did the fake barfing on himself, and like the guy's a baby.
It's kind of like a heel in wrestling.
100%.
There's a lot of elements of that in MMA where, yes, it is real fighting, and there's no theatrics when it comes to the fight, but they realize, like, being a over-the-top character, being a heel, being hated.
You got to hype it up.
That will help him get more jobs, more fights.
Yes.
Because there's more eyes. Because guess what? That guy's next fight, like what he did, helped his career a lot. And because people will put him on a card because everybody now will want to see him get beat up. You know, so he knows that he doesn't even. He knows that being hated will make him more money.
Even if that moment made you hate him, you will still
benefit from the hate.
Correct.
Because you get
and
fights.
if you're okay with benefiting with that, and if you're okay with selling yourself to it, well, that's what you're doing.
Well, just the thing is, don't give it attention. And then it's like, then you take the power away. It's impossible, though. That's the thing. And he knows it. The more crazy things you say, the more attention everybody has to give it.
But he did whoop that ass, though. I'm just saying.
The fights, and that was the one positive that I got out of this. And you know what sucked because I had MMA friends, because I do have friends that love MMA. And I talked about, how were the fights? Because I didn't get a chance to watch it, only because I don't have Paramount Plus, and I'm not going to pay extra money to get it. And then they were like, the fights are great.
Paramount Plus? Why was it all goddamn Paramount Plus?
Paramount Plus must have stroked a huge check.
That's another thing that probably I shouldn't talk about.
There's
a reason why it was on Paramount
Why don't
Plus.
you stay away from that?
What's the reason?
Why don't you get on out of here and stay away from that?
What's the reason? Tell me. I don't
want a Tony Rage scenario where we're getting him fired because he drank a Coors Light. I'm not doing that again.
I love getting people fired.
He does. He does. He's telling the truth there. He loves getting people fired.
No, I don't like that they were fired, but I was the reason for it.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for the clarification.
What the hell? Anyway, Jackal, we got to get out of here.
All right.
Any other weird thing?
Oh, SJ says his next 3 fights were canceled because of his remarks. So you may have been wrong on that.
He'll fight.
I don't know. I'm just going on what other people are saying, and you didn't have SJ had a fact, you didn't have a fact, so on this one, SJ won.
Listen, I'm just imagining if everybody hates you and you're a fighter, you could turn that into an advantage.
Okay.
Like people will give you a fight because they want to see you lose.
Yes.
And then it's like the more attention, and then
He had the most attention. That's the way you could say it. He did. He's the person everybody was talking about at the end of the night because he said something terrible, and people were either you were appalled or you were a galvanized base, like, oh, it's just a joke. And it's like, okay.
And no matter what, you're going to tune in next time.
That's the thing. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people though. It seems like a lot of people hate, and they get rich off of it.
Yep.
It's like all you need
that's
is
the part I hate.
The attention.
That's the part I hate about it, is that it is the attention, and everybody's like even people I know that say they hate it, but you took the video of him saying it and you did a 20-minute bit on it, and then you shared it.
Yeah. It's the same thing with this has happened in local media back in the day before social media, where people would do things and the media would give them attention, and that was what they were doing it
We
for.
have to get fed up enough of,
promotion.
we're like, we don't want that anymore. We wanted this to be a fun event where we weren't thinking about politics for 1 effing second. But you couldn't do that, so we're just going to ignore you now. But people won't do that. You're right. They won't. They can't. They can't.
That was the weirdest part about the event.
Also, our attention spans are so ruined because of the phone that what we're saying is even more impossible than we even think. It's not that you can't do it because you don't have the willpower. You can't do it because your brain is scrambled rotten.
And I'm not telling my phone to show me it. It knows.
Yeah. Right.
I just tell you I don't like it, but it knows I like it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest part of the event was like how easy it was to enjoy myself there because there wasn't a whole lot of politics on display.
Yeah, you said that.
You know what I mean? Like it was good. Everybody was nice. The UFC people were awesome. I mean, you could tell they weren't used to putting on a festival. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it was great, and they did a great job, and it was really weird at the end, but it was fun. And I shook the hand of a Medal of Honor recipient and had a conversation with an international arms dealer.
And most people probably,
that's cool.
That's cool.
Weird.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Check that off you're there, you executed your job, it went off pretty well.
Exactly.
How many microphones went out?
There was hundreds of channels.
So you were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did what you needed to do and
It
had a
went
good
great.
time.
Also, why wasn't Dana White able to turn this into money? Because he's like, I'll never do this again. This I can never afford it
Because of the festival side of things. And
there's big rumors about him hemorrhaging money
the
right
amount
now.
of security. I mean, I don't buy that. I don't buy that he didn't make his money. I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know nothing about it, and I'm
glad you changed your tune on that.
And I'm not gonna, I'm not even gonna speculate about it. But they're not used to doing a festival, man. That's not what their business
It was a
is about.
one-off. One-off events are always you never make money because all these things happen and extra money.
Where it was. I mean, just where it was, the amount of
so bizarre. It can't be done
stuff they
regular.
had to do, dude, it was crazy.
The regular commercial. Then because of the polarization, some sponsors pull out. They're like, I can't support it. I don't want. And then so you can't make the money. It's just a big mess. You're like, I'll do this once in a lifetime. Done. What a weird thing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was fun though. It was a once in a lifetime, man. It's going to take a lot to top that one for me.
I mean, it was just so much going on and so many famous people. And also, I feel like just on rarity, it's such a rare,
exactly.
It's such a rare event. It's like when old, what's his name? Ozzy Osbourne's son, Jack Osbourne, he did his big, he had to apologize for being at the event. And then at the end of it, he's like, well, I'm sorry that I went there and had a good time. I'm sorry you weren't invited. And that was the most tone-deaf thing he said. And that nullified and killed his entire apology. People are hurting right now, maybe don't have a lot of money, and that's what you're sorry you weren't invited. Get out of here. I hate that guy.
If I ever become
that guy.
president, I'll have Travis Pastrana jump over the White House. Because that's the picture I want.
No. Huh? This is why I'll be your vice president. This is why I'm really in charge.
Okay.
What's cooler if you're president than the effing president jumping the White House.
Oh, let's go.
I'm not gonna let
Let's
Pastrana-
go.
Are you crazy?
Let's go.
As your vice president, and as the guy, as your professional box setter-upper for when you were Druggy the Bear, you think I'm going to let Pastrana swoop in and take your bit? You're jumping the damn White House.
You're right.
In your presidential suit with your big long tie flapping.
George Washington wig.
Yeah, we put a wig on you.
Yeah. They don't have cartwheeling across
What if
the
we?
roof.
Okay, what if we?
My
What
wig.
if we got Pastrana? We'll need him. What if we got him and his team to help make us the first ever electric-powered George Washington crossing the Potomac canoe dirt bike?
Yeah.
I'll stand at the front of it like George Washington holding a flag. You're rowing in the back, and we'll both jump the White House in a George Washington canoe-powered electric dirt bike.
Now you got it. That's
See?
it.
Call Dana.
You'd work on that, right?
I would.
That would be awesome.
Get the plumbing going. we're plumbing it in.
Free monsters for everybody.
All right. We will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We were just talking about shooting heroin into your ass meat, and whether or not would your ass meat diffuse the heroin enough to give you just a nice high instead of putting it into your arm vein.
Yeah, you're wasting some of it or something, right? There's a reason why they don't do that.
I think you've made an argument though for maybe the high is better and more safe if you go ass meat with heroin because you're going to diffuse it. It's like diffusing light to a photographer.
No.
If you blast the light into people, sometimes it's harsh light. If you diffuse the light, you get a better...
Here's what I know about addicts. They've tried everything.
True.
This has been experimented on. They figured out the best way.
True.
for
We
the
have a
loosh.
new listener in our YouTube channel. I'll give them a shout out. The Saiyan Mermaid says, "This is wild." Yeah, I've never seen you before. And you know what? You have reason. You have good reason to say that. You wandered into our channel. You've never seen this, and you found two guys that have a podcast, been doing this for 20 years, have been in radio for 30 years. And today's topic is: will heroin be diffused by your ass meat to give you a better high?
All right. Okay. So Joey Mazzant's here. Hey, Joey.
There he is.
I
love this.
Jackal still hanging out from yesterday.
buddy. Good to see. He's been staying in our bathroom.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
I slept here
our
all night.
regular walk to Publix. I appreciated that. You followed me around.
What'd you think of the walk to Publix?
It was enjoyable.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You chirped at a couple people.
Yeah.
No.
he loves it.
I got chirped at. And that lady, let's talk about
Yeah,
that
but
real
other
quick.
chirpers recognized
Chirp
fellow
recognizes
chirper.
chirp.
No,
Yeah.
no. You guys are wrong on this one. This lady was passing judgment. This lady looked at my shirt. I have a weird shirt on today. This is a concert shirt that I got to match my daughter's concert shirt. And it is of Casey Musgrave, pop country singer Casey Musgraves.
Okay.
And it is her and this is from her last album, not her new album, but her last album. And it says, "I found a deeper well." And as I was walking down we were down the protein bar aisle, this old lady looks at my shirt and goes, "Deeper well?" And then gives me a rotten stink face like, what do you think this meant? It's the name of her album, you stupid.
That's some sort of trans.
Yeah, that's what yeah. What are you think you're trans now? Like it was like that, right? She gave me some trans heat.
Is that
or
Ozzy
something.
Osbourne on your shirt?
I don't know, but it was heat. Like it was like she was giving me negative heat, and mind your old business, you fat bag, you old fat bag of crap.
You know what's
you
funny?
and your senile, goofy looking husband. Why don't you both go get in your car? I almost heard.
What's funny? This is how Daniel was reacting to it. Me and Jack.
No, I did not. This is in my mind only
No,
because
no.
I was kind to her, but she was stinking me. She was being rude, and so I clapped back at her. You know what I said to her?
She did. Yeah, you did.
I did clap back at her. I go, "Oh yeah, this is Casey Musgraves, the singer." And she goes,
Don't you know Casey
And then
Musgraves?
she's like, "Thank you, Jack." I said, "Don't you know Casey Musgraves?" And the lady's like, and she had to think of something to say because she was like, "Oh crap, it's not trans." And that's seriously what happened. And she's like, "I said something wrong because I'm old and dumb and I shouldn't have said that to somebody. Oh crap! I'm victimizing somebody that has no reason being victimized.
I think this was a nothing experience. That
No.
some lady just
No.
made a passing comment.
No, it was
and
no,
Daniel-
it was a stink eye. You saw the stink eye. She was like deeper, wow, and I'm like, mind your business. I didn't comment about your old flapjack titties and your crappy blouse.
Oh, come on.
I can't say that.
I think the lady just said something. I don't think she
No.
meant it as any sort of
It
attack.
was. Then why'd she make a negative face? Like you don't
I don't
normally.
think-
Okay, let me try something
I think
with
that's
you.
her face.
Let me try something with you. Happy birthday. You don't say happy birthday and then make the face like somebody's killing you in front of your husband.
I think you may have taken it like that.
No.
I think
No.
it was just some old
No.
lady trying to make small talk.
No, there was not small
I think it was
talk.
an old chirp.
It was not small talk. No. And she got a dose. I got to give her a dose. Not a no.
So
A dose.
we're going to talk some theme park news today and some stuff going on.
God, I love
with-
this bar.
So Joey, let's
What's
just
up?
start right off with what's the biggest theme park news going on right now. It is hot. That's it.
Honestly, you nailed it.
It must be rough to go out to a day of the theme parks because even walking to Publix, I'm like, wow. You get inside the AC and you're like, what? It's such a difference.
Do you know the
from the outside to AC? It is crazy.
Do you know the feels like today? Because my daughter came running into my bedroom this morning to tell me. She said, Daddy, today's they're saying it's going to feel like 115.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And my wife backed me up. Yeah. Andrea's like, yeah, the feels like temperature says 115. I was like, how's that even possible? Like anything past 105, I'm like, well, why are we even saying, like, shouldn't, this is a problem? We have an emergency.
Yeah, but anything really above 100 is not like, it's 103 today.
Yeah, it feels like it.
I'm just like, hot as hell.
Yeah.
God, it's hot.
That's crazy.
But when you look at the weather, you go to google.com and you say, what's the weather going to be today? It's like 98 degrees, feels like 114. And then there's a big red angry face. And it's like, heat advise, Warren.
Advisor, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, make sure that you're not in the direct sunlight for more than 8 minutes at a time and drink a gallon of water per hour. I'm like, this is a joke. Google is trolling me.
Well, I mean, it is pretty damn hot to be outside for 6 hours. Like, hats off to all the roofers and anybody who work out, like
Oh, the real men.
all the yard guys. I know
Are you
they
now
start-
doing Bubba salutes? Like a hand. Are you doing hats off? I like you should bring this back.
I'm following his career path. I idolized him growing up.
Should
and
we
I'm
start
like,
doing a salute to the roofers?
This guy likes America and pain pills.
Hold on a damn second. There's nothing more America than pain pills.
He would have laughed at that.
He would have.
All right.
And then he would have said, you really got it?
So Joey, what's going on with the theme parks?
Well, so they've already announced the one thing that we got to remember, and I think that we miss this being as close to the situation as we are, is Halloween Horror Nights. They've already been talking about it. It's not here until, again, the end of August, which is like, no.
Well, Tom, you're stoked for this year because you and the boys can't wait to go to that sinner's house, right?
Dude, I'm
Because
oh,
you can't
man.
wait to see hip hop gypsies having a dance off in a haunted house. Hip hop gypsies having a dance off.
It's Sinners. That morning that they announced Sinners, Universal was like, hey, we're going to have Sinners t-shirts at that one gift shop over by where the meet and greet with Scooby-Doo is. So if you want one, come by. 9 o'clock in the morning, 14 people deep, rows. It was the second coming of Christ, and it was all Sinner shirts. I've never seen so many people so excited to pay $39.50 for a t-shirt.
Tom's favorite character? Smoke.
They call him Smokestack. One smoke, the other stack.
I know how to wind him up. He hates this movie so bad, and I love it. And I love his hate for this movie. It makes me hate this movie.
And that's the big house. That's the featured house this year. So it's going to be nuts.
Oh, by the way, and you can email me about this if you would like. Any movie that I make fun of, because I make fun of a lot of stuff, you can bet I've never seen it. That's what makes it funny.
I love it.
That's what makes it funny.
He hates what he doesn't know.
Yeah. Like most Americans.
There it is. Speaking to it.
That's the most American thing you do.
Next thing you know, you're in Publix, deeper well in some trans guy.
Deeper well.
And so in addition to that, we got they made a few mentions. I'm not excited about, my big fear of clowns. I'm not looking forward to the clown area, so that I'll have to avoid that like the plague. But there's going to be clowns everywhere.
But you can you, I know you don't like clowns, but can you see where if trying to do the spookiest job you can, why that almost ticks 1,000 boxes for
I hate it,
people.
but I get it.
Yeah,
You're right.
You
I
get
hate it, but I get
you get it that it is like that's the number. That's everybody's number one. I even looked that up.
I have
Number
such
one of scary like iconography, clown.
Yep.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah,
Nothing scarier.
Fetal position. The clown walks towards me and I fall to the ground and I just start screaming, I need an adult. Like, I can't be around clowns. It drives me insane. I'm so afraid of clowns.
I like clowns.
Yeah, well, there's nothing funny about them.
Right? Right?
So that's weird.
It's like, why are you-
Oh, and we have an update because we had a clown on the program about 2 weeks ago. We had a real rodeo clown on this program.
Oh, yeah.
And he did tell his wife joke at the Silver Spurs Arena. Everyone laughed, and he got in a barrel.
Okay, all right.
He did the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, that was Maine. He got the heat. Which when he was saying that, I was like, probably that reminds me of like ultra religious complaint.
Yeah.
You know, because I've been like,
Excuse me for a second. Every once in a while, Tom likes to become Andrea Bocelli, and he likes to start singing the FIFA World Cup song with Rose. So he's like,
what you heard was my brain trying to
sing your way out of it. Quick, sing your way out of it, Tom.
Anyway, me joking around about my wife, a lot of like.
You used to get a lot of heat for that.
There's like more traditional men that are leaning towards super religious do not like that about you talking negative about your wife for whatever reason.
They'll put you aside.
They
Like, "Hey,
consider
buddy."
it like an insult to being married or whatever.
You know that's your queen right there and the mother of your son. I don't feel like I should be having to tell you this, Tom, but you do know that, where I come from, you just don't say things like that about a woman. That woman provides a loving and nurturing house for you.
Oh my gosh.
Is that pretty close?
Yeah.
Now, I was chanting lock her up, but that's different. Not my woman.
Oh, shoot. I love you guys.
What were you saying, Joe?
But did you see the T-shirt that says this generation will not know the beautiful voice of Andrea Bocelli, and it's got Ron Jeremy on it.
You know what? Send me the link to this.
I will.
I'm 50. I'm 50 years old. I gotta wear crazy shirts.
Email
send
me
it
that
to
meme.
I will. I promise.
Yeah, send that to us. We like that.
So the big thing, and I want to talk about it because we always have a good laugh every year about the bands that Epcot grabs for the Food and Wine Festival.
Okay.
And they don't disappoint.
Well, but I know one of them. I bet you I can guess a lot of these.
Okay.
Well, Daniel was that the Food and Wine or was that pre-Food and Wine? It seems like
it's nothing special anymore.
it's Food and Wine the whole year long,
Yeah.
and they just call it something different each time.
Well, no, I was at Flower and Garden,
Which is Food and Wine with flowers.
Which is Food and Wine with flowers. And by the way, Flower and Garden is Food and Wine with flowers.
Yeah.
Food and just the regular Food and Wine is flowers with no flowers.
And then Festival of the Arts is Food and Wine with overpriced stuff that nobody needs to hang on their wall.
With art.
Yeah. And then every other
But they
theme
still have
park
live
now,
music and all the time.
and
Yeah.
every other theme park now in Orlando has to, because of Epcot, do some sort of Food and Wine where it's fat people walking in a circle eating at fabricated countries.
yeah.
Like they're like, oh God, Epcot's a genius. They have fabricated countries that fat people walk in a circle like cattle, just gorging and spending money. And SeaWorld's like, we can do the same thing. And our people will be fatter because they're SeaWorld people.
You're not wrong.
SeaWorld people are fatter than the other theme park people they are.
Correct.
I like eating Olive Garden potatoes out of a cardboard container on a trash can.
SeaWorld.
And that's the meme.
I did it with my mom. It's like one of the last memories I have of my mom is no longer with me. We were both eating scalloped potatoes out of a little gray cardboard on top of a brown Disney the trash can.
Yep.
Okay, new rich man, poor man eating next to a trash can. Because food and wine is expensive as hell.
Remember the episode you did where you talked about if you look at the book of all the different food, you want to send it to these kids in third world countries and they're going to be like, these men are kings. Look at the food they eat.
Yeah. No, it's an insane gluttony. Well, that's what we're paying for, the gluttony, right?
But there are nicer. I liked it. It's not the same to me anymore, and maybe I was through I'm through most of my theme park phase because it was really, really fun with a kid, and I very much enjoyed it, and I love going to the theme parks, but I can think of nicer places now that I would like to go to where I can eat better food and not in the heat.
Yeah. Well, it used to be a novelty, and it used to be something like, oh, they offer this, and like you go and try different.
Yeah, and it's only offered once a year, but now it's not. Now it's every
3 months.
Yeah,
every 3 months it's a new festival.
Yeah.
And then in between those festivals, SeaWorld has festivals. Busch Gardens has festivals.
It's like comedy specials. If there are 1,000 of them, they're no longer special.
Yeah, it is kind of like a beer fest where it's like you just pay one price and then but in these food and wine festivals, you pay at each station for everything. It's like they're not offering anything free.
If you ate at every booth at Food and Wine.
Oh my gosh.
He's already doing the math. If you wanted to eat at every booth at Food and Wine and drink and share what you got with you and the missus go, and you're going to half and half every meal, it's over $3,000.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They did the math where like they priced
There's
out
like
everything.
48 booths and each one has 5 things.
Okay, yeah.
That's
yeah.
absurd, but that's what they want you to do. They're like, no, you're going to share with your friends. I was like, I'm going to share with a family of 40 because I can't do this on a day off.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
But with all that said, they're printing cash.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, people still love it. It's not, and I look, I enjoyed it. I've been up there multiple times for Food and Wine. My argument would be now it's no longer as special as it used to be because it used to be people would say, your sister-in-law, even in Crystal, would be like, hey, Food and Wine's coming around, let's all go. And we would go.
Yeah.
Now it's every week. So I'm like, no, it's not special.
Yeah.
It's over.
So what acts do they have this year?
Hermit's Hermit. Bob's got to be on there.
So when Hanson shows up, this is hilarious.
Hanson lives inside the stage.
Yeah, but how... So Hanson's got their gig. You know how they make their money off that one hit that they did 25 years ago.
They had two hits.
Did they?
Yeah.
They did. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry to Hanson fans. Don't hate. I apologize. I know 50% of them.
Bob, and then what was the?
No one knows.
I
I don't know the words though.
I actually do know. You're right.
Yeah, it's a very Disney
that's right.
song.
But how do they make their money? They produce a beer. And that beer is called hops.
All right.
Oh, they're geniuses.
But the big one, who's closing it out this year, is they still, and again, I love it because I just saw them at SeaWorld, of all places, the Beach Boys. But it's not the Beach Boys. It's Uncle Jesse, the one living member, and a bunch of guys that they met at a bar.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Jesse now plays the drums and the Beach Boys.
And the guitar and the
Really?
bass.
And now most of the Beach Boys, if not all of them, except for the insufferable, horrible Mike Love,
Yeah.
are dead.
And poor Mike, you see him up there and he's like 78
Mike
years
Love
old.
is the worst.
Yeah, I feel bad.
That guy sucks.
It hurt to watch him. I feel bad for him. Like, dude, just retire. Take a break. You've done the Lord's work. Go sit down, man. He's up there. He's not dancing. He's not jumping. He's just kind of shuffling and
Who was he crapping on back in the day, Mike Love?
probably Brian Wilson.
So these acts, much like the rest of Disney, things become nostalgic.
Yep.
And then the hardcore Disney fans, so a lot of these acts, they just go see him every year because it's become a thing, and they remember the first time they saw him.
Yeah.
10 years ago, whatever. So like they just keep bringing back the same people, right? It's not like they're trying to bring in anything new because Disney loves nostalgia and their fans love nostalgia.
And not just nostalgia, but synergy. Like, if you look at some of these bands, people are like, Bowling for Soup. Why do I know Bowling for Soup? Well, they did the theme song to Phineas and Ferb. Oh, okay. Hey, why do I know the Beach Boys? Well, they were on an episode of Full House back in the 80s. Oh, how do I know Tiffany? Oh, she was on Sister Sister back in 19... Like, they keep reusing the same people, knowing that, like, hey, if you just want work, we're going to stick you in an episode of this. You're going to have a guest appearance in this movie. Oh, your cousin's brother used to be one of the Marvel characters. We're going to actually have you in the pre-show of one of the cues. They use the same people in every facet of everything they do. It's amazing.
What do you think the most sought after band is going to be at Food and Wine?
No.
Like, is there the most popular one?
I mean, I'll give you the
Probably
white whale.
Forgiato Blow.
The white whale's got to be Jonas Brothers because they've blown up enough because
Yeah,
Disney
yeah.
created them.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Hannah Montana would put the wig on and come back and do a set. They're like, I mean,
I had heard that she has not given that a definitive no.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, a
had
paycheck's a
heard
paycheck.
that- I heard that she enjoyed her time doing it. I don't know if this is true or not because I don't know if anything's true or not these days. But what's her name?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus has spoken about, like, I think somebody asked her, like, would you come back and do another, like, Hannah Montana Grown Up or whatever? And she's like, yeah, I think I would.
Man, that's a
she
paycheck I'd get.
Yeah, for the right amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a massive vehicle for Disney, man. Hannah Montana was just huge.
Well,
Huge.
that was supposed to be the rock and roller coaster. I mean, I know now it's the Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem rock and roller coaster, but they talked for a while about rebranding that thing for almost 10 years. It was going to be either the Jonas Brothers rock and roller coaster, the Hannah Montana rock and roller coaster, or just the Radio Disney rock and roller coaster. So they weren't sure which entity they were going to use, and they just kept going and going and going because it wasn't even supposed to be Aerosmith. Originally, it was going to be the Eagles rock and roller coaster.
Oh, grumpy old, what's his name?
Life in the fast lane.
Who's the drummer from there?
Not Joe
Don
Walsh.
Henley.
Don Henley.
Old grumpy Don Henley. We're going to need a super stretch.
Dude, that would have been the best
Yeah,
sell.
he's so grumpy.
Absolutely. And then I was going to say the other thing, you're going to love this because we're always talking about not cheating the system, not beating the system, but finding the edge, finding
Loophole.
Thank you, the loophole. What can you not do at Disney anymore? You can no longer park at Disney Springs and go to a hotel. People used to, let's say you didn't want to pay to park at Disney because it's like $6,000 to park your car in Aladdin 113 and then walk 15 minutes in. People would park at Disney Springs and take the bus to the Contemporary and walk over. Now, if you park at Disney Springs, you're not allowed to get on any bus unless you can show a room key or a magic band that says you're staying on property.
Really?
Yup.
Do they scan it, or can I just have those magic bands in my pocket?
I love the way you're thinking, but they are going to scan it right. They've been testing it since last Easter.
Damn it.
And now they're like, no. So if you roll up and you're just like, hey, I just wanted to go see the Christmas tree at the Grand Floridian. They're like, cool, you can go pay to park there. It's like, but I just want to see the Christmas tree. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you.
Chat room checking in, and I want to. You'd emailed me last week about bloggers are now banned. Is that true?
So
did you hear this? That bloggers are now longer limited, or no longer they don't have as much access to Disney, right?
So what would happen is I'm not going to name anybody because some of them are really cool guys and girls. So what would happen is you'd see them with their. Do you know what a gimbal is? It's the telescoping arm. So it's the telescoping arm, and you could have two cameras on it. One would be your chat, one would be your video. So you could see what they're seeing, and then you could also answer back to them and talk to them.
Okay.
If you walk up to Disney property, if you have a selfie stick, which has been banned for a while, if you have a gimbal, if you have a telescoping arm, if you have any external recording gear, flashlight, anything, Disney will say, here, you got two options. You can go put that in your car, or we can put it in your car for you. So that's it. So if you're a blogger, you now have to be...
I'll just have them go put it in my car.
You have to be a poor man's blogger now. You have to show up in your phone and be like, hey guys, I know you can't really see anything and I can't really read because all I have is my phone, but I'm going to still try and make six figures on YouTube.
Yeah, they're trying to make it less easy for people to produce content outside of their control.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is like the number one thing is like, we don't need a bunch of these because the theme parks are so beloved, and Disney especially, that there's so much like, aftermarket content that's being produced out there. And, Disney would love to be able to control it all. They can't because you can't control what your fans put up on the internet and stuff, but they can control what happens inside their parks, which is no more gimbal. They want every penny out there. Every penny that they can,
But most people, I think, will enjoy this one because, I've never been around people that are actively blogging and said, this is making my time better.
Yeah.
I have been in restaurants before when people are streaming, and that's fine. I don't want to I wouldn't tell you to stop, do it, but it doesn't make my time at the restaurant or theme park better to have you broadcasting it. So
we joked about this before. I talked to somebody very important that we know at Universal about having two separate areas for watching the Hogwarts castle. have one section for people that want to videotape because they want to live stream and chat, and one section for people like me that have been 3 million times and I just want to watch the castle without a bunch of cell phones. I was like, can you have a section? They said, we would love to do that, but I guarantee you we have a section for people without cell phones, and the first thing that happens is 8 people turn their cell phones up. They're like, we can't police it. And I was like, I get it. Everybody wants to be online. Nobody wants to be in real life. It's old man talking, but it's the truth.
Yeah. You're filming Indiana Jones getting chased by the boulder.
When you could just watch the
Just look at it. Who are you going to show this to?
Well, I put mine on the news when it hit that fat guy. When the boulder hit that fat guy.
You're right. One time.
I was a hero. Because they were like, does anybody have any footage of this fat guy falling over? And I'm like, I'm brave.
You're like, today's the day. You're right. It worked out one time.
It's crazy, but so that's the big thing they're trying. The other thing they're trying to get rid of is like there were 3 or 4 people. Their whole company is you would reach out to them and say, I'm from Vermont, I'm from Pennsylvania, I'm from California. I've always wanted to see the Thunder Mountain Railroad. I'll give you $15 if you'll go on the ride, sit in the front row, and videotape the ride. And they're like, okay, but they would do that for 20 different rides for 30 different people. They're making $1,100, $1,200 a day videotaping rides that they were on and just putting them out there for people.
I'll do that.
That's
I'll
what-
quit this garbage. Start videotaping right.
I'll do it for $10.
I'll do it for $9. I'll do it for $9, and I'll let you do gay stuff to me.
He got you.
Got him with the gay stuff. I always get him with the gay stuff.
Oh my! But and that, how do I get back from
I
that?
gave up my dreams. Back to work.
He gets home, his sons are like, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? He's like, I was going to do this videotape of rides. Then Dan undercover, he said he'd do gay stuff.
My job.
So the other big thing is, of course, Orlando Informer does their event every other month. It's a dude who started as a photographer who now has a very successful company. And all they do is they have meetups where they rent the park out for people that are their fans and their friends. And you can go and it's, again, all you can drink, non-alcoholic, womp womp. All you can drink non-alcoholic drinks and all you can eat snacks. And because there's, I hate that word. Why did I say snacks? Food. Ew.
I hate the word. You know what?
I hate the word
As
snacks.
you were saying snacks, I was like, why didn't you just say treats?
Right. I hate that, the S word. Oh. And the parks each hold about 60,000 people. They only sell about 10,000 tickets. So there's no waits for any rides. But it's a $400 ticket. So you get your money's worth if you can eat $400 worth of sugared foods, but it's...
Or if $400 isn't our $400.
You're right. You're right. We've talked about
$400 to a lot of people in this world is nothing, is our $50.
True.
You know, so it's like for $50, that's a good deal, and that's their 50. You see, you
You're
know
not
what I'm saying?
wrong.
Like,
You're not wrong.
So they love and I'm sure
Like my $400 is $10,000.
yeah. And so it's like they realize there's a market of people in the United States that will pay $450 a ticket to have the park to themselves, essentially, or at least with very little people, and then they just go off and do, it's worth it.
10,000 sheiks.
You nailed it. I don't know if we've told the story before, so stop me if we
You
have.
took a sheik?
Yeah, I took the Sheik of Dubai on tour.
What?
I didn't tell you about this?
No. You can get him on the phone right now.
I'm-
Me and Tom have been wanting to go and do the podcast from Dubai.
Yeah.
And we're ready to become Dubai
It's-
citizens.
Yeah,
This was one of my first. This was like, I'm talking, this is like 16
We're
years
ready
ago.
to renounce
Yeah.
our American citizenship.
And Daniel will take the hummus.
Yeah, I'll do the hummus face. Yeah.
That's why you have a good partner.
That's where they cut the hole in the hammock.
What's the statute of limits on me telling a story about the Sheik?
16 years.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think sheiks have limits. They'll come over and
Jackal
scimitar
knows.
your hands
Jackal
off if
knows.
you say something bad.
No, I won't say anything bad. So what happened is it was the Sheik. It was I think it was 3 of his wives and like 14 kids, and it was me and a female taking them on. And she's she's cool. I'm cool. We're doing this. And
Are
every
they
time
covered? Are they very covered?
the women were, but not the guys. The guys were all wearing like Jordans and like gold tracksuits, and it was nuts. Cool. And
All right.
every
These
time
guys
we went
sound
on,
cool as hell.
oh, he was
They didn't have like traditional chic wear.
he didn't. They were very,
Vision
very
chic wear. hey!
He's back. He's
That's
back.
what they skate in. That's what they skate in. Vision chic wear.
And every ride we'd get off of, he's like, I'm not going to do the accent because I don't need you guys to get canceled.
Well, I'm not going to know what nationality you're talking about unless you
I
do.
don't- yeah, but
I
as
tell
you-
that to
Let's hear
everybody.
it go.
But as you talk, I'll do the accent in my head.
It's like my earbuds are translating.
He's like, we want to go on Winnie the Pooh, and we don't want to wait. And I was like, well, that's why we have the pass. He's like, okay, let's go.
Hey,
We
the
get
poo
on the
pass.
ride.
Give me the poo pass.
We get off Winnie the Pooh, and he looks at his kids and he
Winnie
goes,
the hummus?
I love you guys. I'm going to need another drink.
Oh my God. We used to follow that guy on Instagram. He doesn't do it any longer.
No,
He doesn't do it any longer.
Well, what is
And
there?
so we get into the gift shop, and he looks at all 14 kids, and he goes, 1. And they nod.
Oh, 14 poos? You got to be 14 poos?
He goes, 1, and they all nod, and every kid gets 1 toy. And they put it in a bag, and he goes, you carry them. And I was like, well, Disney does this really cool thing where they ship to the front of the park, and no, you carry them.
Oh,
I go, I'm so sorry.
Your hands on.
I'm so sorry. And I carry the bag, and then we go over to Thunder Mountain. We get out, and he goes, where's the gift shop? And I said, oh, there is no gift shop for Thunder Mountain. He goes, my kids want presents. And I was like, I understand. I was like, Splash Mountain has a gift shop. We go to Splash Mountain. We go in. He goes, you get 1. Everybody nods. They all get a
You're
present.
doing the voice now.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying so hard not to be like that.
It's so easy to fall
Yeah, I'm
into.
just going to point it out.
I'm like, I'm trying to
Just lean in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we had 32 bags of toys, and I had to carry all of them. At one point, they had to get me a push cart. This
Oh, I know.
dude spent over $100,000 on presents for his wife, toys for his kids, and I had to push them in a cart. They had to rent a cart.
A
for me to push
slave.
them. And I was like, this
Bro,
dude.
they're
Working in the
slaves.
toy, he's working in the toy mines.
And then
They're like, I need a slave to make my debut.
And I wanted to wear a sideways hat.
they found
Be
him.
cool. I want a cool tattooed sideways hat slave.
And then he had this one boy was
100,000.
100. I was like 118. It was close to $120,000.
And you're a
That's-
number guy, so I know you could probably almost get to the number. Like a lot of people don't know this about Joey. Very good with numbers,
Thank
so he's gonna remember that correctly.
Oh, you can't forget that.
The
But
thing is, if you're the Sheik, don't you look at the kids? You're like, you're not even gonna play with any of this garbage. Like, aren't you mad?
no,
that
the
you-
Sheik buys the toys because he's got the toy money.
It's just it doesn't
You don't
matter.
buy the toys for the kids. You're buying it because you're the Sheik.
but the best
What a
moment,
waste.
we load everything into the monorail. There's the monorails. There's 2 cars in one, so you have 4 sets of seats. One set of seats was just the toys and me, and the other set was his family and the female guide. I've never the game on this kid. He was 14 years old, and I want to do the accent, but I can't. He looks at the female guide and said, "You be my wife," and she's like, "What? What?" He goes, and the dad's like, "If you would marry my son, we'll give you $10 million."
What?
He's like, "You move in," and she's like, "How old is he?" And he goes, "He's 14, but he's blossoming into a lovely young man." And she's like, "Wait, what?" She's like, we'll give you $10 million. You move in with us. You will be one of his wives. She looked at me and she's like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Honestly, if you don't take it, I will." I was like, "Oh my God."
By the way, this is how business gets done.
Yeah.
On the monorail.
In the monorail.
On the
Bags
monorail.
of toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird. Do you think he was effing around, or do you think he was dead serious?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he
like,
has
this could have
FU
been
money. I
this
didn't know
could
what
have
to
been
do.
a joke. This could have been.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
at
I don't-
one point I-
culturally it could have broken down. You don't know what the hell.
I was going to be like,
on.
dude, for $50, you can punch me in the face. Like, if we're just having fun now, like, Daddy got bills.
What do you know? What you got tipped that day? Can you give the audience the idea of you were treated well, correct?
He was mad cool.
Yeah.
With him for full day, 12 hours. And this is bad. I'll tell you how long ago this was. I was only making $35 an hour at this time.
Okay.
That was how long ago this was. He kicked me $5,000.
Okay,
for
that's
one day
what
of work.
that's the number I wanted.
One day of work.
In cash?
That's the
$5
number.
grand
That's
cash.
good.
And they give it to you in an envelope so you feel like a total drug dealer. You're like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but he gave me $5,000 and who knows what he gave her. It's illegal to have $10,000 cash on you because it's an attractive nuisance. It's illegal to have that much cash on you in person. So he may have created a felony being sweet to this girl. I don't even know where she lives now. She might be his wife.
Well, not for the Sheik. The
Yeah.
Sheik-
That's
She is
his
the law.
$5.
Yeah.
That's his $5.
I heard a story of Marshawn Lynch carried around $3 million around.
I've heard that story, too.
because he didn't know about banks and stuff.
Or he just kept it with him. Yeah, I've heard that too.
So he kept it with him on him for like 2 weeks, like $3 million.
People are saying that PP Sprinkles or Kara saying it's not illegal to carry around 10,000.
Thank you, Kara. I did not know that. Thank you.
She's
That's
saying that's not true.
Well,
Sorry.
Thank you.
It's
Our listeners, they love it when we get stuff wrong, and they have to tell.
And they
us.
love me because
So
I'm
you're
only
fine.
right after time.
Here's what you run a risk. You do run a risk of you carry around an exorbitant amount of cash like that. Like the police can start effing with you and then start saying like this may be some
Suspicious.
illegal activity with this much cash.
drug money.
Like probable cause,
Yeah,
dog.
and then they can confiscate it, and then it takes an insane amount of time getting it back. And there's some like shady things that I've heard of that stuff, like that much cash. And I know 10,000 is the limit with going into a different country because you have to pay taxes on
Okay.
anything over 10,000 in cash.
Correct.
But that's the type of stuff I dealt with for the longest
That's
time.
pretty awesome, dude.
What a weird, like, what's weird to me is universally, like, and I guess it's just different. The culture may be different, whatever. But it's like, so you have unlimited amount. You are literally royalty, right? So you're or some sort of offshoot of royalty of infinite money. Right?
Powerful family.
Yeah, powerful family, roll infinite money, and I know that there's status symbols, and everybody knows how rich people act, and royalty, and like the stereotype, right? But then it's like buying $110,000 worth of Disney Chinese garbage, right, is a bizarre thing to do for a bunch of kids that won't even, like, it's not like they even play with the
You need
toys.
to stop right there. It never gets that far, man. Do you think this guy cares whether his kids
No,
play with toys or not?
I
Do you think he's ever
Well, why'd
looked
you
at
buy it?
Do you think he's ever stood there at his palace looking at his
Is it
kids
just a
playing with
waste?
toys and been like, they're playing with the toys. They love them. Like, do you think he's ever like, dude, look,
I don't know.
it's not a thought.
I was
He's just
just-
spending money because that's what he does.
I think you spent 120 grand to watch me work. He's
Yeah,
like,
I think the
these
toys,
It's just a waste.
The
It's I
toys get
can't
bought
even-
no matter what. Like,
tiny men will carry everything.
yeah,
Watch.
everything gets done.
Yeah, I
just
can't
because
even-
he's a sheik.
It's just no reason. It's just a waste. The waste is the thing, right? But that's what I'm.
Have you ever seen rich people come into a store and just like, give me that, give me that, give me that,
And
give
they
me
don't
that.
even use it.
There was like video of
That's
Michael
weird.
Jackson doing this. He goes into some like Michael
The
Jackson.
Mall of America. I saw that video.
Yeah, and he goes into like it's like a furniture store or something. And he's like, give me the sarcophagus, give me 3 of those couches, give me that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's pointing at like
And he doesn't
maybe
even get enjoyment.
70 things and he's pointing at all of it. And he's going to get it all delivered to his house. He doesn't even know. If you asked him later, what'd you point at? He's like, I don't know.
But it was that video.
what is that's a
It's
mental
sad.
illness.
It's kind of sad.
That video was
super-
pre-social media because nobody had their cameras up. I remember seeing the video on VH1.
Yeah, it's
there's
sad.
1,000 people in the mall staring at him, just looking. And he's like, like you said,
Yeah, and he's
how much is that couch? 180,000.
he's
I'll
just-
take it.
He's just getting everything known to man, and it's like when they're and then at that point, it's like what sucks is that I don't even think they know that they're missing out on the joy of like for us is like the joy of you saving up money to go on a trip or going someplace you've never been to before. There is worth
here's
in that instead of just like pointing at stuff and getting it. It means nothing.
I like buying my sons a souvenir to a theme park. They're like, oh, I want this, thing that the gift shop to remember, and then they get joy out of it. But it's like when infinite things, you're just like buy everything, but pile it up, and then they're not even getting any joy out of it anymore.
This is what Sheik Dennis buys his daughter. I am Sheik Dennis of the very powerful Orlando family, the Dennises. I'm Sheik Dennis. We just went to Weeki Wachi, home of the only city with living mermaids.
Cool.
And they still have one of the only still working, and I think it's called a Pressomatic.
Plastic injection machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they
Yes.
still make the wax injected. I think they're Morphomatic or it's something Omatic.
yeah.
That's cool.
But there is a brand. It's still out there from the 60s. It's still the injected wax. Me and Maisie made them. They're $5 a piece now, so they have gone up a little bit. But you can still get it done. You still got to peel all the wax off of it to make it look okay. You can see a little bit of a wax left on her arm.
Yes.
But these things still are there. I spent $10. Honestly, when
$10.
I know it's way too
Inflation.
I know way too expensive. But I will tell you that watching it made, peeling off the wax, smelling how stinky it is when you pull it out of the machine, it moved the needle for my daughter.
Nice.
The wax figurine, she was like, "Oh, that's awesome! Oh, it's hot! It's still hot!" I was like, "Okay, well, you're simple."
Go to the Sanford Zoo immediately
Yeah.
because they still have them there.
Oh, they got them out.
Universal does
Yeah.
too. Universal has 2 of those, and
Oh,
they
I
cycle
love
them
them.
out during Halloween
I
Horror
love
Nights.
them. I love them.
So Joey, let's go to this because I've seen this become more popular. It's the nighttime parties or like
Yes.
the park opening up at night for people, like especially at water parks, because a lot of people in Florida don't realize like this can't be done in other places like California. It gets cold at night. So they can't do water park at night. Like in Florida, we're just as hot as it is during the day at night. You know, like, so you're standing wet and
It's a hot dart.
at 9 p.m. and it is humid, hot. It's at 89 degrees still.
Pool's 90.
Yeah, like it is dark outside and it's hot and humid, and that's unique to us. So,
And the bugs come out.
but it does make for a great water park experience at night. You know?
I'm glad you brought this up. I'm so excited about this, man. Over at Aquatica, which is SeaWorld's water park.
Yeah.
They do a nighttime party, 117 a person for adults, only 53 for kids. It is awesome from June to August, which is, when Florida's at its most angry and hottest. But it's such a great deal. Check in between 6:30 and 7. All you can eat, all you can drink. Non-alcoholic beverages, Mr. Jakal.
Yeah.
But it's, I know, want. But at least this one's affordable. $100 for adults. They've got complimentary parking, which, I mean, we just joked about $65 for parking. So just the parking alone makes the ticket.
That's a pretty good deal.
It really is. And then a welcome cocktail or mocktail. So if you want to rage with me, I'll have a drink with you. If you want to hang out and be more sober, or for the kids, you got a mocktail. It's adorable. But I like that it's not like, here's a beer. It's like, oh, look, we've made this cocktail. It's got all the garnishes and all the crap.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But I love it. And live dinner show performances. So it's like going to a luau.
And I wouldn't mind going to a water park at night because I feel like it may be less crowded. I know it seems
Easier to get away with some lazy river grabbing.
well, it's just, like the water's hot. It's hot outside. Like you're not cold. And you experience everything's lit up. It's like they have an extreme amount of lights there, and so it's like it's the same basic experience. You just don't have to bake in the sun.
And they always bring characters out. Like at Volcano Bay at Universal, I love when they do their nighttime party because they'll bring the Minions out and Shrek and Fiona and King Julian from Madagascar, and they all come out for pictures.
There's enough Fionas there. We don't need one more.
Because it's probably cooler for them with the costumes.
Yeah,
than during
exactly.
the blazing hot day.
Well, I'm sitting on a stack of comp tickets. I've been trying to take you and your boys to the park for half a decade now. Let me know.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm still.
Oh, that'd be a great sticker for Universal. It's like Fiona with a crossbuster on it. It says, no Fiona.
I still haven't
No fear.
gone to Epic Universe.
Oh, bro, it's so good.
That's like, I guess, the next.
Well, are your boys into it? They're into anime. You need to go to Japan and take them on all of that.
I wasn't going to talk about this yet. I was going to save this for next month's, but how much time do we have?
You got time.
Yeah,
you got time.
5 minutes.
So they're talking about, Epic Universe is getting redone. Or I'm sorry, Islands of Adventure is getting redone. They're taking out the Lost Continent.
Yes, I've seen that on the news.
There are 3 things in the running right now. People think it's going to be Legend of Zelda. People think it's going to be Pokemon. But the one people are asking for is One Piece.
Okay.
There is there is a chance. I don't know how slim or there's a chance that Lost Continent, with all of its piratey stuff and its oceany stuff and its island stuff, there is a shot that we might be getting a One Piece area.
I didn't realize how popular One Piece was.
1,400 episodes.
Massive.
We have but
It's
like
been going on for forever.
Tommy was watching One Piece every day. I'm like, are you watching these over and over? Have you seen the same season 20 times? He's like, no, I'm on episode 870 or whatever. I'm like, what? And he's like,
there's a ton of them.
and I'm only a little bit more than halfway through the whole thing. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, do you remember Dragon Ball Z when we were younger?
Yeah.
Those episodes, there'd be 7 seasons. One season is 72 episodes.
Yeah.
The first fight was the first 29 episodes, and then the next fight was 30 episodes, and the last fight was 3 fights. It took 72 episodes to show 3 fights. I was like, what?
I'm more of a hentai man.
There he is.
And what
Tentacles.
what are you, crazy? I'm not disgusting. I like dad gets new stepmom, and then she seduces young boy in Japanese house. Yeah, there are a million books about that. Like there are a million comic books that you could find, and she's always in there cooking, and then the kid's like, I'm going to do my homework, and she's always like, just chopping a cucumber. It's crazy.
I've seen it.
It's crazy. There are to my Asian counterparts, there are, dare I say, 10 million volumes of Stepmom Seduces hentai.
And I didn't know this boy had enemies smushing his stepmom's ass.
Yeah.
Right at the dinner table.
Yeah, and he's always like, oh, my hand got stuck in the toilet. And then she comes in there, and then she's like ramming him. And I'm like, oh my God, I'd get horny too.
Yeah, it's always, why is the neighbor there? We have a neighbor? Why is the neighbor here? Oh, yeah, I mean, you can come too. Oh, you have a friend?
Yeah. Oh, that's
God,
great. I'm glad.
how much Red Bull?
See, by saying that and all of you participating makes me feel less crazy.
I saw this documentary called Debbie Does Dishes one time. It was amazing.
All right. Too far, Joey.
What
What the hell?
There's the line. There's the line. We found it and we almost crossed
I
it.
don't want to listen to your smut.
Yeah, it's gross.
And
Talking
then,
about a hentai.
and then
No, it was a lady doing dishes.
SeaWorld has a night party, right?
Well, that was the Aquatica one. I'm so
okay,
sorry about
okay,
that.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Did you
Aquatica.
know that, and it's a technicality, but did you know that Aquatica is considered the world's largest Walmart?
Oh, you got it in. You got it in. I love you, dude.
Any other news that they're going on right now? Or yeah, one more minute.
One more minute. Let's make it good. So me and a few friends that are bartenders at the theme parks decided we had a whole bunch of stories to share. And because Daniel Dennis was so nice to give me a list of things I would need, I started a hobby as a little side project, and it is called A Jar of Dirt, and it is a podcast where we basically talk about all the things I talk about with you guys. It's us playing in the theme parks, talking about our favorite drinks, our favorite rides. It's there, and after you've listened to every episode of Tom and Dan, come give us a like.
There you go.
Now, I'm not going to make fun of the name.
Do it.
But when I see it, it does look like some sort of Christian...
Jar of Clay. You're thinking
Jars of clay.
Yeah, he's thinking that's something.
Jars of
Rain on
clay.
my face.
Wait, it looks like some sort of
Night of
evangelical...
Yeah.
Christian podcast.
My
Night
wife
of
loves
joy.
Jars of Clay.
Yeah.
I saw Jars of Clay in the Newsboys back in the 90s.
My wife loves
Oh,
Jars of
man.
Clay. And when the stupid Jars of Clay song comes on, I'm like, ah, turn it up.
Rain on my face.
And if I
God.
can't sleep after 40.
Yeah.
All right. And it's out right now?
It's out right now. The links, like I said, I'm not going to, it's just me and it's a bartender that works at Universal Studios, a bartender that works in Margaritaville, a bartender that works at SeaWorld. And we just decided, man, we got some crazy stories like the Sheik of Dubai spending a fortune on these stories that I've accumulated
cool.
over the past 17 years. And I'm like, I want to do something with them. And I can't bug you guys all the time. You've already got famous people coming in. So
Not
I think
anymore.
You're nice
Not
enough to let me.
Yeah, that dried up.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
kinda
nice
dried
enough
up.
to
They're all
let
at
me,
the White House.
Yeah. The whole minutes of the White House left us behind, Joey.
No.
Every single person we've had in here is
I
at the
wanted to be
goddamn
there.
White House.
I wanted to be there. I was jumping motocross.
Here I was at Wiki Watchy making a wax mermaid with my stupid family.
Wait till you see what I say on the mic. Way worse.
But
All right.
that's the pro. So thank you guys I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right,
Don't
no
ever
problem.
think of it. I'm joking.
Joey, thanks so much. And if people want to get in contact with you,
Just hit me up social media. Joey
For
Mazzant.
anything not a tour, he would certainly not take you on a tour. Maybe.
However, I will drink with you and tell you stories.
There you go.
And I guess we'll see you on Monday.